What's going on, YouTube? Back with another one. Today I got the Hinderer XM-24. This knife, man, I hated it. I hated this knife when I first got it. I couldn't get it sharp. It's a harpoon spanto. Let's get into it a little bit. So I bought this USA made blade, I believe. It's an XM-24 4.0 S35 VN. Harpoon spanto. It's got the tri-way pivot system, which if you don't know, Hinderers come with 3 different options for the pivots. So you can do bearings. They are just regular steel cage bearings. You can do the washers, which they have nylon washers like the Hinderers of old. And then it also comes with phosphor bronze washers. And those are just the steel spacers for when you do the washers. These are some extra nuts and standoffs that I bought because I changed these out to the battle bronze to match. I would have got these screws too, but boy howdy, nobody has them. So that's kind of standard with Hinderer. Sometimes you can get like whatever hardware you want. Sometimes you can get nothing. This also comes in the box, hand assembled and tuned by someone with a really creative signature, and a sticker. So that's about it from Hinderer that you're gonna get. Let's take this, get this out of here. Now, I started off by saying I hated this thing. Couldn't get it sharp. I tried sharpening it myself on a grinder. I absolutely decimated it. It looked terrible. And I threw it in my knife case and I gave up essentially. I was on Instagram and I started following Brian over at Transparent Knives. And I shot him an email, told him I had this knife and I wanted it reground. And he said, go ahead, send it on over. He said very specifically, he goes, I understand it's a harpoon spanto. He goes, it's going to be a hollow ground blade when I get done with it. I said, let's do it as long as it'll cut. Look at that. There is no doubt that that'll cut. Let me get some better lighting going here so you can actually see what is going on with that grind, because it's absolutely incredible the grind he put on this thing. I mean, it is an absolute razor blade now. I have never, look at that thing. I love how he even did the swedge up here. It just looks so good. And man, this thing cuts like a dream. It is an absolute razor. And yeah, now it's one of my favorite knives. I love my Hinderers. I mean, I have a couple XM18s. Of course, my favorite is the skinny, which is this one here. This is the skinny hollow slicer, which is my favorite because it is the best blade geometry Hinderer makes. I mean, Hinderer, I understand that they're like heavy use knives, but some of them are just so incredibly chunky. It's hard to get a nice edge on them. This thing, I mean, this is a totally different knife now. Totally different. Anyways, let's do a little size comparison. So since we already got the XM18 3.5 out here, that's that. And let's go Spyderco PM2. And what's in the pocket today, has been for the past week or so, it's going to be the CKF Rotten Evo 4, which is quickly turning into my new favorite knife. All right, let's get those out of the way. Oh, look what I have sitting here too. It's the new one, the new drop. I've already had this at work. It's already getting kind of gross. Also, I don't know if you watched my other video about the lock stick. It's still there. If you can hear that click, man. It just doesn't want to go away. I'm going to keep messing with it. Keep carrying it every day. Just trying to break it in, I guess. All right, let's go over a little bit about this knife, minus the blade. This is, it's a big boy. It's XM-24. I think we're looking at about 9 inches overall, 3.5 cutting edge, and a 4-inch blade, which is large. I mean, that's a big, big boy. The hardware on these, if you've ever owned a Hinderer or tried to take apart a Hinderer and then had a big glass of whiskey and drank yourself to sleep that night, that's because these are a nightmare to take apart and clean or do anything. Oh, I put skiffs in, I think, all my Hinderers. If you don't want to absolutely destroy this pivot, I use a penny to twist this side. And then for this side, I've actually taken a penny and cut it into a prong shape to fit in here. Because if you use a flathead screwdriver on this, it's going to look terrible, like this one. This is my trial and error Hinderer. This is one of the first one I got. Look at how awful that looks now. And I don't plan to sell this or anything, so I'm not that worried about it. But this thing is crazy. This one, you know, it's down the line. I learned my lesson when messing with them. So I haven't really hurt this one too much. These are hex, not a standard Torx bit. If I had to take a big fat guess, I believe it's this one. Nope. Which one are you, buddy? All right, so this one will work. It's a little loosey-goosey. All right, well, if you know more about hex than I do, that's the size. Golly, way to make things complicated. Also, when you take these apart, this falls out, and then these fall out, and then this comes out. Everything comes out. And getting it all back together, what I have to do is take a piece of tape, and I'll tape this side with these stuck in here so these can't fall out. And then I put the spacers in, and then I'll screw them in. And that's crazy. But it is what it is. Pocket clip's good. It's ugly, but it same on all Hinderers. They do all come tip down too, which is crazy. But you can swap them. There's no lefty swap, but you can swap them from tip up to tip down. They do have a over travel stop, which Rick Hinderer actually invented. This is all titanium. Lock side and G10 show side with a tie liner in here, and it has a stainless steel lock bar insert. Handle material, yep, G10 frame lock. It's got good lockup. Now, granted, I don't carry this one often. It's pretty much a jeans only carry, and I live in South Florida, so that's not often unless I'm on the motorcycle. Bearings in here, the bearings that it comes with, I switch them out because they are steel, so they're probably rust. I don't know that for sure, but skiffs are cheap, and I think skiffs are worth putting them in. The grind initially on the Harpoon Spanto is like a flat grind with like another flat grind up here. It's just too thick of an edge geometry to actually be super slicey. And it just bothered me. That's why I sent it off, and I couldn't be more happy with this thing. Let's go with weight. It is chunky. It's a chunky, chunky, chunky boy. Gonna be, let's see here. Grams. Why are I always in grams? 7.3 ounces. God dang. Yeah, it's thick. You know, I usually end these videos by saying, you'll like it, you'll love it, go out and get one. This one's not for everyone. If you live somewhere where you're wearing long pants a lot, and you like a knife that you feel like you could probably hack a tree limb off with, this is great. If they make a skinny version or a hollow version of this knife, I'm not 100% sure on that. Hinderer knives have what seems to be an endless amount of different blade shapes and blade sizes. Like I have a 3.25. I don't own a 3-inch. I think it's too small. And then a 3.5. And then the Eclipse is different. The Eclipse might be a 3.5. The Project X is like a 3.7. I don't know. This is not for everybody. I think if you really love this knife and you really want to use it and cut with it and you want it to cut well, send it off to Brian at Transparent Knives. You can find him on Instagram and YouTube and all that good stuff. Transparent Knives, he was super reasonable. I shipped it off. He had it back to me in a couple days. It was absolutely worth doing. I think he did just a great job. And I couldn't be happier with it now. The action's fantastic. If you never owned a Hinderer, your little finger here is going to get a workout because this is pointed up. And when you push down, then you go into this jimping that is not, it's seemingly unfinished. It's great if you have gloves on, I guess, but it is, I mean, it just wants to destroy your finger. However, don't be a wuss about it. If you like the knife, get it. All right, cool. Well, that's another one. There'll be another video up tomorrow. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one. Like, subscribe, comment. I check the comments, so we appreciate it, and have a good day, y'all.